What is up, guys? Yes, 72 Seasons. Metallica have released the new album, 72 Seasons. We've all been waiting for it, so let's talk about it. So before the release, they released a few out to us early. We had Lux Eterna, Screaming Suicide, If Darkness Had a Sun, which was a cool little teaser. I mean, the first one for me, Lux Eterna, was the one. That was the song that really got me excited for the album. So it was a really cool kind of teaser, dipping your toes in the water. It was really cool. Then came Screaming Suicide, which was cool. It was a cool kind of bluesy, kind of awesome riff. Pretty good song overall. Then came If Darkness Had a Sun. And a few people asked me if I was doing anything on it, like a reaction, or if I was going to cover it. And I didn't. There was nothing that really kind of drew me in and made me want to do anything. Now, I know a lot of people are going to probably get extremely butthurt from this video, but hey, life goes on. Deal with it. But the album came out, so I had a flick through and I listened to the songs. And there's a few things. We'll start with the positives. One of the main positives being there's some cool riffs. As a guitar player, a cool riff to me is everything. So hearing a lot of these really cool riffs is fun, and it's exciting and it's bouncy, and you kind of sit there. Guitar players, you'll understand this. You sit there and you kind of like, yeah, that's a riff. You know, bouncy, groovy. Thumbs up on the riffs. Another positive being, it's just the Metallica boys getting together playing music, which is good, which is what we've missed, which is what we love to see, right? You know, they're killing it live. They did some cool performances on the Howard Stern show, which was entertaining to watch. So yeah, the Metallica boys together making music and playing. Thumbs up. Awesome. Now here's for me where it kind of goes a little bit downhill, a little bit south. So I started listening to it, and the first one I listened to was the Innamorata. All right. And I thought, okay, let's go. It's like 11 minutes long. 11 minutes. So I was listening to it, and it was okay. It was kind of cool at first, but then it kind of just went on, and it kind of became stuff we've heard before. Like it was very My Friend of Misery. And then the breakdown of Unforgiven 3, you know, the build up before the solo. So it was kind of like, oh, okay. So I thought, right, I got to the full 11 minutes and went on to the next one, and I listened and I listened. And I found myself listening to him thinking, where have I heard that before? Like there's one riff that's very sad but true vibed. And I kept finding this was happening through all the songs. Where have I heard that? What does this sound like? What is this? And I get we compare sometimes, but these were like crazily close to stuff we've heard before. So for me, it was a little bit hard to really get to it. And another thing as well, production-wise, the only way, because you hear Metallica's, like, for example, Hetfield's tone live, it's just crushing. But you hear it on the album, and the only way I can describe it is if you're listening to the album, but you're outside of the room and the door's closed, and you kind of just want to open the door and hear it better. Kind of feels like that. It feels very kind of muffled and kind of closed in and shut down a little bit, and it's not like in your face fucking slamming, which I think I miss. I like that hard hitting sound. But it was just like that. It's like you're outside the room, or if you've got like blocked ears and then like your ears unblock and you hear everything perfectly again. So I wasn't really listening. I wasn't really digging that. I was listening, and it was just it was really hard to get going, you know. It was kind of less of a bang your head, more of a tap your foot situation, I found, going through the album. And as a guitar player, it's all about guitar tone, which I love. And just the guitars were just flat, and it wasn't Metallica. It just sounded very, very flat and dull. Like the tone is okay, but it was just very dull and flat. So it was really hard to get into. It was kind of like a challenge wank. So once I got through all the songs, I listened to them, and as I said, I kind of got to the pros of it being it's Metallica playing music together, which is cool. There's loads of really cool riffs, which is awesome. As a guitar player, we know. But it didn't feel like anything new. And I know Hetfield spoke about this being kind of like the most open he's been in terms of lyrically and his message he's putting through, because, you know, everything he's kind of gone through over the last however fucking long, which is good, but it just doesn't feel like it's being given like oomph. It feels like the message is there, but it's just back here. Now I know they're getting old, but that's not even a factor. It doesn't even matter. I get it. But for me, it was just lacking. I mean, we've waited a long time for this new album, 72 Seasons, and yeah, some cool riffs. You know, it's good to see that they're doing their thing. Live, they're absolutely killing it, I think. I've seen a few of the live performances and they're just going at it hard, which is awesome. But the album, for me, it's kind of lacking. And it kind of took me back to the time, you know, and all Metallica fans were like, after the Black Album, they were like, oh, Metallica are dead, you know, they don't do anything good anymore, you know. They sold out when it came to Load and Reload, man. God, man. And like that's been like an ongoing thing through the Metallica world. Me personally, I love Load and Reload. But now for me, it kind of feels like that now with Metallica. It's like, ugh, kind of what kind of went on. I don't know. It's tough, but I don't think for me it wasn't what I was expecting, especially after hearing Lux Eterna, that kind of fast, thrashy, kill 'em all vibe kind of song, to kind of where it went. And it's really hard for me to get into. And it just doesn't feel like anything new. I know some of you probably dig it, you love it, you've listened to it 1,000 times already, which is awesome. But you should comment below and let me know your thoughts on the new Metallica album, 72 Seasons. Will I be doing any covers from it? I might do, once I've had a proper listen, and see if I can kind of get into it a bit more. But we'll see. But guys, let me know down below your thoughts on 72 Seasons, the new Metallica album that came out 14th of April. And also let us know, do you think there's going to be another album, or do you think this is it? Do you think this is the last one? Or are we going to get like a Garage Inc. Part 2? So subscribe if you are new. Go check out some of the other videos. Come hang out, all the cool stuff. Follow me on Instagram, all that shit. Yeah, let me know. 72 Seasons for me, cool riffs. They're playing music, which is cool to see. Kind of a swing and a miss for me along the way. 11 minutes for a song is just too much. It's just a lot, and it kind of goes on and on and on. So guys, rock out, be awesome. Let us all know down below, and let's have a discussion about it. And if you got butthurt from this video because I didn't completely fall in love with the new album and decide to carve 72 Seasons into my forehead, complaints department is closed. Get over it. So guys, rock out, be awesome, and I'll see you soon, and we'll have a chat down below. See ya!